Hey guys, happy Thursday. Joe Madden here at the Joe Madden Sports Podcast. Joined this morning by the one and only Holden Kushner of the DenverCityCast. Holden, it's Thursday. We got preseason football. We have baseball still going. How's your Thursday starting off?
Tired. I'm trying to wake up here, Joe. You're going to get me all energized. I'm really excited about the day. Let's get into it. Oh, plus, I just answered your Twitter question. How'd you become a fan of your favorite NFL team? Let's hear it. Cheers, Joe. I hit other because my favorite NFL team is whatever team I'm constructing or betting on. So there you go. Like, I haven't rooted for an actual football team in it's at least 20 years, probably more.
Wow. Okay, but that first ever team, were you born into that team?
I guess. I think I just like the Jets. I was little, and my grandpa bought me a jersey. My grandma and grandpa bought me a Wesley Walker jersey. So I guess I was kind of handed the Jets. But yeah, besides for that, I haven't rooted for an actual team in decades.
Well, I love your strategy of whoever's going to make you money is who you are cheering for. Are there any teams out there that you just avoid betting on because they're kind of your nemesis? The Patriots did it to me for a while when Tom Brady and Belichick were together. You have a team like that?
The Minnesota Twins. I know it's bizarre, but like everybody over at Run Pure Sports, mostly Run Pure Sports, not the bet side as much. We play the Twins and we just get murdered. It's uncanny. Like, there is no team that has burned a collective unit of gentlemen more than the Minnesota Twins this year. So yeah, I'm going out in left field here and throwing out the Twins because it's been the one team that's just been tough for me to hammer out. So I avoid them at just about all costs, Joe.
Well, I think for situations like this, nice pink cup, by the way, if anyone saw that Minnie Mouse cup there.
This is an alpha move, sweetie. This is an alpha move right here. You got a problem with Minnie Mouse and me? I don't give a damn.
I love Minnie Mouse. I want that cup. So I got to go.
I stole it. It was my daughter's, and she doesn't drink coffee. So she gave it to me. So I ended up with it.
I'm a collector of coffee cups. I wasn't being sarcastic. I actually really like that cup. So
what's your favorite coffee cup then?
You know what? I have so many today is my Don't Tell Your Mother. My mother actually bought this, and it says Don't Tell Your Mother. I don't know why she bought it for me, but this one fits 2 normal cups of coffee. It's heavy.
Oh, so that's like a 20 ouncer?
Yeah.
Can you hold it up for me here?
It's nice and big.
Holy shamoly. Is that bigger than your head?
It feels like it, right? Like when it's full all the way, it's a 2-hander for sure, Holden. We got lost. We totally squirreled there.
Ooh la la.
While we are squirreling, I was talking about my head working in song. When someone says something, a song will always pop into my head. So Run the Jewels song.
Yeah.
Explain this song to me, because we were talking about it yesterday. I listened to it, but couldn't understand what they said after "Oh La La La."
Does it really matter though? Like, they're just coming up with this.
That I couldn't understand.
They're saying, "Ooh, they got a great beat back there," and then just say "Ooh La La Ah Wee Wee." That's like so funny. The only reason why I started listening to that song, it was the song, I believe, it was the end of, gosh, what is that? Ozark season 2.
Okay.
Did you watch Ozark?
I did. I didn't finish the very last season, but I did watch season 2.
Okay. So you watched the end of season 2 when Marty and his wife were down. It's the final scene. And the lady that is the lawyer in America, he has to choose whether they're going to go with Marty's side or the lawyer. And they ended up just blowing her brains out. And the second that happened, they start playing Run the Jewels, Ooh La La, Ah Wee Wee. There's pieces of brain everywhere. Just a beautiful, beautiful song.
That was cold. That was so cold. I could not believe he killed the lawyer there.
Sorry if we ruined it for you, but you get about, I don't know, 6 weeks to watch an episode. And if you haven't watched the episode, it's over.
Yeah.
And that's, I stay true to that rule, Joe. Like, I don't know if you're watching this new, what is it? Is it a Game of Thrones, right? It's like a Game of Thrones spinoff or a Lord of the Rings spinoff. One of the medieval super duper time things. I'm going to watch that, and I'll actually give you about 6 days. Because if you haven't seen the show by the time the next episode's on, that's on you. So too bad. I'm going to ruin it for you because everybody else deserves to discuss it that has seen it, Joe.
That is true. People should just know that they're going to get spoilers. I'm not going to watch it, so you're going to have to fill me in on everything. Anything like Game of Thrones, it becomes too much for me.
What do you mean too much?
I don't know. I stopped Vikings when they did the eagle kill. I stopped Game of Thrones. I can't remember where it was at. They just become over the top for me, and I can't get them out of my nightmares. So
hold on, eagle kill? Like Vikings went out and just killed a whole bunch of eagles for fun?
No. When they did the eagle kill, the ceremonial eagle kill, where they split him up the back and then put his ribs out like an eagle. Yeah, it was too much for me. I can't do it, Holden.
Let me sip from my Mickey Mouse cup and try and reset here. Then we can talk a little betting if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, you guys, we are here to talk betting. We just had to ease into it this morning, bright and early for both of us here. But Holden, I thank you for coming on bright and early. We have preseason football tonight. Yeah. Any thoughts? Seattle and the Bears. Seattle coming in here as the favorite.
Well, I think what we're going to do, there's going to be no Drew Lock, right? So that's a lot of Geno Smith. Okay, Geno Smith was fine. He's a good preseason quarterback because he's a good backup quarterback. Their running back situation's bad. So Kenneth Walker is out with a hernia. Rashad Penny just can't stay healthy. So it looks to me, and I'm just looking at the injury report here, there's a lot of problems with the Seahawks. I don't know if they're going to roll out. DK Metcalf tonight. And honestly, one player should not change it. But if the Seahawks end up playing their starters, that'll be crucial, right? Yeah, and then the other side of thing is the Bears. We will see Justin Fields. They're trying to get him out there. The problem with the Bears is they're just devoid of any talent. So we got two sucky teams here. I'll really dig into this later on to see if I can find a bet. But ultimately, it's kind of a stay away spot for me. And I'm a guy who's betting preseason. I got into it with one of your with somebody on Twitter yesterday, like, you're a DJ, and if you bet the preseason, I'm like, guy, actually I called him sir, that's more condescending. I was like, sir, you know that this is the only time of the year where coaches are going to tell you exactly what the game plan is, who is and isn't playing. Okay. It's not the easiest thing to bet in the world, but it's easier betting preseason than it is regular season. Regular season's a bitch.
Absolutely.
That's why I've kind of gone over to player props even more than sides and totals, but tonight, we'll see. And I am looking forward to seeing who the Seahawks roll out there in the backfield tonight. It'll be interesting because their top two guys are not playing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a great game. And I don't think DGen is what is the word? Not a compliment. What's the opposite to a compliment? Insult. Man, I tell you, I need more coffee this morning. It's not an insult to be called a DGen these days.
It's not. Really? I don't like it because we're trying to clean it up a little bit, but that's fine. I mean, if you want to say DGen, I'm fine with that. It's not going to hurt my feelings.
Yeah, I like preseason betting. I normally just bet drinks or bet it small, Holden, because like you said, the coaches do, but sometimes these players come out and have a totally different plan in the preseason. So
you know what I'm wondering? Just looking at this is not the zigzag theory. I'm just looking at 40 is the Bears Seahawks total. So to this point, we haven't had a total up at 40, huh? And the overs are 14-3. I do not see. I mean, just that had to be so random that these overs are just blowing through at what they did, 14-17 going over. Let's see how that. You know what? It'll be interesting. Let's see how it balances out this week. I'll be in on a couple of games, and it's not keeping me away from the under in one game, but I'll be interested to see if that 14-3 evens out a little bit more. Maybe an 8-9, 9-8, 10-7. Because we get another 14-3, I'm going to go. I'm going to stroke this imaginary beard I have.
I like the imaginary beard. When we look at these lines, though, so in week one, the books really did adjust it down. The lines, because we did see last season, like you said, these unders coming in left, right, and center. It looks like most of the lines are getting closer to that 40 point. I'm seeing the Seattle Seahawks line drop to 39.5, but most of these, like we look at Washington and Kansas City, that's already up to 42.5. Pittsburgh and Jaguars are up to 42.5 as well. So we're seeing those adjustments.
We are. But this is like everything's this week is just going so high that you gave us these lines last week. We'd say you go under and you blow through the under.
You would have completely.
Yeah, it would have. So I wonder, and the books are going to have to wonder this out too. Are the books setting these lines too high to where the unders just start just gushing in, Joe, just gushing unders this week.
Well, I could see it. I really could see it happening, especially with what you're saying with how last week went. Any other games that you're looking at here for the weekend?
Yeah, it's definitely the Broncos. I mean, this is what I talk about on the Denver City Cast presented by Bet Rivers. Now, a couple interesting things here. So this total was bet up from 39.5 to 42, and it's sitting at 41.5 right now. Took the under. As I mentioned last week, this is exactly why I took the under last week. This Broncos defense, I get it. Their head coach, Nathaniel Hackett's like, preseason doesn't matter. But these dudes defensively are just on another level. Russell Wilson's getting all of the attention, but defensively, this will be one of the top 5 units in the National Football League, depending on some health. They have had Jonas Griffith, one of their inside linebackers, go down. He's in question for week 1. But I think ultimately with this, you've got a Bills team that is 9-0 in their past 9 in the preseason. All right, just straight up. You've got a Broncos team. Defensively, they were screaming about defending their own practice facility against the Cowboys. They started a bunch of fights there. Love the aggressiveness of the Broncos defense. The Bills will not be with Josh Allen. You'll see Case Keenum, former Bronco again. Matt Barkley back there. The Broncos, to me, will help quell this Buffalo offense, averaging almost 27 points per game in a preseason during this winning streak. So, again, there's no Russell Wilson. There's no Josh Allen. There's 2 teams that are pretty stacked defensively. The total got pushed up. This is an under 41.5 at -106 for me. And now we're getting into the territory on the spread, which I've seen go from 3.5 to 4 to 4.5 to 5. And now this morning, right when I came on with you, I looked at it, it's 5.5.
It's crazy.
This close to back in the Broncos plus 5.5 in a preseason game.
Yeah, I could see it too, because I think this is probably a 20-17 style game. I think it should have sat solid at 3 here for Buffalo and probably would have pushed it 3. So I like the under and I like Denver, especially with the 5 points. I think you're right.
The number.
Game.
That's just betting the number. That's
absolutely.
It.
What are your thoughts on
team? Timeout. This is not good. The starters will play a healthy amount for the Bills, according to Sean McDermott. This literally just came out right now.
There you guys go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everything about that under.
Throw it out the door. Let's rewind. Start again. We're live. You can't rewind it.
I still no. This is part of the process here. I still like the under in this game, to be honest with you. What's a healthy amount? Is a healthy amount a quarter? Is it a quarter? Again, the Broncos still going to be running out some players. They might be running out second teamers, but now the 5.5 is in question. The total doesn't concern me as much. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the side now, 5.5. I'm glad I did not bet it yet. That's all I can say.
Okay. Well, this is going to be a great game. Will be nice to see how it plays out. Before we leave, anything on the diamonds for you today?
No, I got a show coming up in 45. Is it 45 minutes on Run Pure Sports? We're going to run that down on the DFS side. Awesome. And I talk to all those guys. I collect the information, and then I go and I'll probably lay a bet down or 2. But yesterday and today are just perfect for me. Why? Because day baseball. It's my favorite thing about baseball. It's not October. It's not opening day. It's getting through the summer and these 1 or 2 days a week where we have 4, 5, 6 game slates where I can just hang out, have it on in the background all day. It's the best part. But if you get a chance, check out the Denver CityCast presented by Bet Rivers. I'll break down this Broncos-Bills game a little bit more. I think it's really interesting here. Starters are playing a healthy amount. What the hell does that mean? Are they playing a half?
Oh, that would be, yeah. Maybe a half bet.
I'll
bet the first half.
I'll stick with that's not a bad way to attack it, but that would be a reactionary bet. So I'll dig into it and we'll find out.
Okay, Holden, where can everyone find you? Where can they find the Denver City Cast and everything else that you have going on?
Just go to @Holden Radio on Twitter. That'll be it. I still haven't done TikTok. If you want to send me a manual on how to do that, that would be great. And then, awesome. That's good. And just shout out to my daughter, Enzi, who lost her second tooth in 3 days. So her whole face is just without teeth basically right now. She got rich from the Tooth Fairy, and I just wanted to say hi to her. She's not watching right now, but I'll make sure she watches this.
Well, I will say a big hi to Enzi too. So congratulations.
Hey, Max. I can't say hi without to the other one too, Maxwell.
You could be the other one's in trouble. Hi, Max. So.
Max is not in trouble. Enzi's not in trouble. Hi, guys.
Holden, thank you so much for joining me here on the Joe Madden Sports Podcast. You guys make sure you go over to Twitter and give him a follow. If you're not, you're missing out on a lot of amazing content. Holden, thanks so much for joining me. Bye, guys.